Hello, this is my SIT 111 video submission for task D1. And in this task, we had to analyze YouTube video data from news publishers. And as the instructions directed me, I first started with by creating my API and then using that API to collect the videos. The topic that I chose for the data analysis was Australian election 2025. And you can see here that I have specified my keywords as well as the timeline of the elections. So the number of videos can be extracted as well. And as I have actually set up the max videos time up to 20 because that was maximum number of video that should be returned for each request because that was the acceptable value as well. So yeah, afterwards you can see that this import section includes all the libraries that were involved in the analysis. And this settings section initially is from collect file that was given. And it helps to basically extract all the videos and stuff. And moving forward, you can see that I use load credentials function in order to match the develop API and to the data sources. And then get channel info function and get channel videos is used to get the videos and channel ID. Afterwards, I'm extracting the comments as you can see here. And yeah, so now I'll just call all the functions that will load the credentials and all the videos that I need. So you can see now what it's doing is extracting all the videos and comments. And it basically creates a CSV file. As you can see, all the comments here, as well as the videos for the channels. And afterwards, we move on to the cleaning and preparation of data. This is actually essential because what it does is removes any of the columns or values that is not used. So yeah, this one. And after that, data is prepared in order for analysis. And here we get to the first question. As I have to do two questions from section E1 and choose one question from section E2. Here in section E1, you can see that the question was basically that I have to compare the distribution of views, likes, and comments for the videos of channels. And visualizations had to be used here. And I use histograms in order to do that, as you guys can see. And I'll just run through this one as well. And the two main observations from this was that the histograms are right skewed, that basically implies that majority of the videos had a low view count, while only some videos got most of the views, which and the same can be said for the likes and comments that these videos received. And it does prove how social media works as well. So only a short amount of content had the most amount of engagement and views, while there was exception was as well that was seen that even some videos that had high views actually had low engagement. That was that the likes and comments of these videos were quite less as compared to the views, which can tell us that even though they got a large number of views, but the engagement within the audience was less. So yeah, this is the observation that I had from this question. Afterwards, moving on, I chose this question here, is that and this was to analyze the relationship between average length of comments on a video and its like count, and if there's a relationship between them as well. And I had to visualize this. So as you guys can see here, that a scatter plot was used here. I'll just run through this again. So yeah, from this scatter plot, as you can see that all the dots don't have a particular relationship or are not collected within a segment. So there's a random distribution, which tells us that there's not much of a relationship between the comment length and the likes that a video receives. Apart from that, the second observation was that there's an outlier here that you can see between the 160 and 180 range, that the number of likes is more than around 2200, which tells that specific videos or channels had a particular strategy that they used in order to get the more engagement from the audience. And yeah, so these were two questions from part one. Afterwards, I moved on to the part two. And in this one, I had to analyze how does average length of comments in characters vary with the video's distribution. And again, a scatter plot was used in order to do that. And if I just run through this again. So the first observation was that, oh, sorry, I'll just move on this one. Yeah, this was the one. Just run this one. So yeah, so the first relationship that we got from this was that the longer of duration of the videos, longer was the length of the comments, and suggesting that uh, a longer duration video actually encouraged the audience to give their views and engage with the content. And some of the actually shorter videos had more comments as well, but you can say that it was an outlier. And as like short form content is easy to digest, so public usually gave more views on them, but that can be considered as an outlier as well. So yeah, this was my analysis for this question. And yeah, so overall this was my video submissions for task D1 SIT 112.